Terry Break here, coming at you tonight with the completed Vudoo V2 rifle for 22 ELR bullets and cartridges specifically made by Cutting Edge, called the curx bullets, 32 grain, 50 grain. This is a 32. It's got the stub nose. I've posted a little bit about it. I just completed this build. Defense Solutions out of Indiana, Scott Taylor, put together the actual action in the barrel. He cut the barrel. It is a Bartlien barrel. And this is a brand new V2. It's never been fired. And I got a chassis from Accurate Rifle Solutions, and you've seen these before. My other Vudoo, the V1, the American flag one, has an American Rifle Systems as well as one of my 375 Shethinksilikeitmorethanher. And I absolutely love these chassis. I do have some MPAs, which is, before I knew about Accurate Rifle Solutions, what I preferred to shoot. I love the feel of the chassis. And I don't have anything against stocks. I shoot those as well. I shoot on my Match 375. I actually have one from Macmillan. But I love the feel of these chassis. And I would probably look to maybe getting this painted, but I really don't know anybody that does that, especially locally. But I like the raw aluminum look as well. Ultimately, when I shoot their chassis, and I shoot it on multiple rifles, it feels exactly the same. Even in my 375, which is much, much larger, it's an exact replica. It feels very similar when I'm shooting it. And that similarity gives me a consistency, shot to shot, gun to gun, so that I can shoot multiple rifles and still be as accurate as possible. It has an adjustable rear butt pad in length, up and down and right to left, which is very nice. And then this cheek piece, I actually have a different one on my 375, which you've seen in my videos. I like this cheek piece. It's just curved. It's adjustable, ambidextrous, both sides, and tightened down. And on the Vudoo it works real well because this bolt pops out and goes from there. On the larger rifles, it's a different type of style, so that the bolt slides underneath it. But I really like that as well. The pistol grip is a huge part of why I like the style of pistol grip, actually. Just works really well for where I place my foot. I have a diamond, Triggertech diamond in here, which is also something I consistently have, set at 8 ounces. And then this is just a regular Vudoo mag that comes with your action. They do make aluminum. They make some 12 round as well, which are just awesome. On top, I've got tier 1 rings with the built-in bubble, and my ELR Build scope on here with the Charlie attachment. I would like to get much higher rings. For the 40 millimeters, though, they're really salty and somewhat challenging to find, but I would like to get high rings. And because as I've said on a previous video not too long ago, I like to go higher and higher now with my setup, instead of trying to get lower and lower all the time like I used to. I found that I'm a more consistent shooter. And then on the front, right now I just have the Arca rail attachment here. This is a full Arca rail on the Accurate Rifle Systems chassis, but it does have a rail up here, and I will attach it to an American Defense quick attach. But I don't have any that aren't on things right now. And these HD50s from Accutac, that's the bipod, are done by a bolt and instead of a quick attach, and I don't like that. I want to be able to move it to rifles. Again, shooting the same bipod off of multiple rifles gives you the same feeling, even though there's a recoil difference. I did put the skids on this for the 375s. I might leave it on there for the 22, I don't know. And then out front, I've got the GSL Harvester 22 suppressor on there. And so that's a little bit about the rifle. I have not fired it yet. I do not have ammunition. Brass availability has become a real challenge. And so that's an issue that I can't fire it, but why not? Why not prepare something? I did build the rifle just for the curx bullets and cartridges, although I do know there's another manufacturer making bullets. Cutting Edge has been great to me over the years. I shoot them in my large rifles. I even shoot them in 308. And so I'm going to continue to do so. The only difference between the V2 and the V1 is the primary difference is the way the firing pin assembly is done. The sear is done. That allowed for more consistency because there was, let's just say for simplest terms, a movement within the sear that caused over movement and therefore an inconsistency in the action. You can read more about it. I'm not an expert, but I wanted to build an all-new rifle that was exclusive to the curx high BC bullets for 22 and see what I can do with it. I live in farmland country, but when the crops are up, I'm limited to about 400 or 500 yards, which is perfect for a gun like this. My other Vudoo, I have no problem shooting, 350, 400 very consistently over and over. It's got a 20-inch 1 in 14 ace barrel, and it does well. I won a match with it, can't complain, and came in second in another match. But at the same time, I wanted something that I could reach out and start to be more accurate. Now, when the crops are off, I can shoot 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400. But for a big portion of the year, I can't really train without driving 3 or 4 hours to go train at longer distances. So this gives me the ability to shoot and continue to shoot. Some people like to say that the 22 ELR long-range stuff that's come out is a novelty, a fun thing, call it a fun match, and that may be true, but it gives me the ability to train at a much more affordable rate than $7, $8 a round. If the chassis is the same, which it is the same as my 6mm, we're very similar. It feels exactly the same, so I can pick that rifle up and only with some recoil mitigation basically shoot the same consistency. It's all about consistency in shooting rifles or bow or anything else really, skill sport. The only difference here and anything else is really the size. You get a larger size on my 375. Otherwise, when I get behind this rifle, it feels almost identical to my other Accurate rifle systems, and I absolutely love that. Joe has done a phenomenal job. I've had other machinists not in the firearms industry see my chassis and be like, wow, that's some very well done machined machine work. And I can't say enough about his staff and about the people that have helped out over the years. And they are in Ohio, I am in Ohio. Joe's been great, and so I definitely can't not recommend them enough. Just a great chassis for you to check into. I do have MPAs and have nothing to say bad about them. I used them for years, believed in them, but as good chassis go, there's a lot of attachments up here that you can get. The Arca rail, the Picatinny rail up the front, everything just feels really solid, really strong. Has a barricade adjustment for PRS style shooting. Everything feels great and is just well done. Do different cheap pieces. I said, there's some options that you can get. So definitely look them up if you're interested. On my IRR, it's just you've seen it before. I've got this MK Machine dial. They normally go back here on their magnification adjustment. I actually had one custom made to fit up here, because up here is where your distance / parallax adjustment is done, and for the IRR series of scopes, and this allows for quick adjustment on the fly and has been quite successful for me through the years. So there you have it. If you ask why did I build a whole new rifle and spend this kind of money to do something like this, my answer is why not? There's a lot of reasons to why not, but again, I wanted something I could train with, which was precision based, a standard Lapua Center X, SK Biathlon, you name it, in the 22 caliber. They're still the same type of bullet. They're still the quality control might be higher, but I wanted something that I could possibly dial in. We don't know if we can dial them in. Powder choices are extremely limited right now and probably going to become a problem. Already a problem just trying to get powder. The bullets should be okay. Cutting Edge has done nothing but excellent at providing bullets in this crisis situation. The price is probably going to go up with the price of copper, but that's really my reason. I like to shoot precision rifle. I like to load precision. I like to learn things new. I like to shoot better and better for myself and become better than I was yesterday. So there you go, as the geese fly over. If you got any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask. You've seen all the gear I have. You got any questions or comments about the gear, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll continue to show the progress. Next week we do have our Iron 22 ELR match here that I put on, the match director of. We'll be shooting out to between 500 and 600 be the farthest. We have 2 divisions, open and limited. If you are interested, check chamberbreak.com, and if you're interested in signing up, $40, please go to ironelement.net. That's where we'll be having it here in Saline, Ohio. Otherwise, forward forever, backward never. Thank you. Enjoy.